Hello friends, I am back on another Sunday with Kashmir Kehwa Sips, and thank you Mushtaq Bala, thank you Kashmir Pen, and this time I have a hilarious book with me, The Best of Woodhouse, the funniest writer ever to put words on paper. Hugh Laurie says this, and this is a collection of many of his stories and incidents and anecdotes, a Woodhouse collection, a gem of a book. And I always keep this by the side of my bed. So let me tell you what these people say about him. You don't analyze such sunlit perfection, you just bask in its warmth and splendor, says Stephen Fry. And Douglas Adams says that Woodhouse is the greatest comic writer. Ben Elton says, sublime comic genius, light as a feather but fabulous. Hugh Laurie says, the funniest writer ever to put words on paper. And Arabelle Ware says, witty and effortlessly fluid. His books are laugh out loud funny. Woodhouse was quite simply wonderful. Mr. Woodhouse's idyllic world can never stale. He'll continue to release generations from captivity that may be more irksome than our own. He has made a world for us to live in and delight in. Evelyn Waugh says this. So I have always loved P.G. Woodhouse, and whenever I have P.G. Woodhouse with me, people find me laughing to myself, and maybe I am also. My writings have been influenced by him a lot. And Lynn Truss says, you should read Woodhouse when you're well and when you're poorly, when you're traveling and when you're not, when you're feeling clever and when you're feeling utterly dim. Woodhouse always lifts your spirits, no matter how high they happen to be already. Lynn Truss says this. So, Susan Hill says, not only the funniest English novelist who ever wrote, but one of the finest stylists. His world is perfect, his stories are perfect, his writing is perfect. What's more is there to be said? So, perfect. P.G. Woodhouse is perfect. And I'll just read a few lines from the first story in the book, Uncle Fred Fritzby. But before that, let me read the introduction by Stephen Fry. Yes, just hold on. It's a long introduction. Stephen Fry, yes. So, in the introduction, he says, what a very, very lucky person you are. Spread out before you are the finest and funniest words of the finest and funniest writer the past century ever knew. Dr. Sir Pelham Grenville Woodhouse, pronounced Woodhouse, defies superlatives. Had his only contribution to literature been Lord Emsworth and Blandings Castle, his place in history would have been assured. Had he written of none but Mike and Smith, he would be cherished today as the best and brightest of our comic authors. If Jeeves and Wooster had been his solitary theme, still he would be hailed as the master. If he had given us only Uckridge, or nothing but recollections of the Mulliner family, or a pure diet of golfing stories, Woodhouse would nonetheless be considered immortal. That he gave us all those and more, so much more, is our good fortune and a testament to the most industrious, prolific, and beneficent author ever to have sat down, scratched his head, and banged out a sentence. So this is an introduction in 11 pages, and it has been very beautifully written. And you should get hold of this book and read the introduction. This will also make you laugh, and it has been so wonderfully written. And just a few lines from the first story, Uncle Fred Fritzby. Uncle Fred Fritzby. In order that they might enjoy their afternoon lunch and coffee in peace, the crumpet had taken the guest, whom he was entertaining, at the Rones Club to the smaller and less frequented of the two smoking rooms. In the other, he explained, though the conversation always touched an exceptionally high level of brilliance, there was apt to be a good deal of sugar thrown about. The guest said he understood. Young blood, eh? That's right, young blood. And animal spirits. And animal, as you say, spirits, agreed the crumpet. We get a fairish amount of those here. The complaint, however, is not observed universal, eh? So these are just a few lines from this wonderful story, this hilarious story, Uncle Fred Fritzby. So get hold of this book and read all the stories. You'll have a wonderful time. And all the stories are wonderful. So I don't have much time with me. So just toodaloo. And by the way, let me tell you, that this word toodaloo, this phrase toodaloo was coined by P.G. Wodehouse, particularly in connection with the character Bertie Wooster. So toodaloo, see you again next Sunday. Bye-bye. Take care. Toodaloo.